It's DQ, baby. Pseudo killers, what up? What up? What up? Check. Tapping in, what's the subject? Evolution or revolution, we ain't done yet. Laying flat like Sanchez, this a bomb threat. I know my flow like Angozi. Source up and show me, homie. You shut up and mute up a moment. The mad scientist, I'm knowing all the components. We own it, and we gon' off it if it's pseudo. You do know we don't entertain that keyboard judo. That big Bobby banger out of Baltimore. Done it all, shop before. Sold a little something, but I taught you more than your average teacher. I had to reach you at your level to bring you up. No devil can never beat you. With precision of a magi, the information supplied by some guys get debunked on live. CK and Juju, I chill in the cut. But if you boys wanna fade, then I'm chefing you up. I organize live, the beats are disorganized truth every time. Kudos, who those niggas? Decorated pseudo killers. Space age Africans, back again. Unorganized live, the beats are disorganized truth every time. Kudos, who those niggas? Decorated pseudo killers. Space age Africans, tapping in. I always been fly, that's an actual omen. You can catch me in the sky, ask Anthony Bowman. You see me with his telescope, I was actually floating off some good kush that Sabio is actually growing. See, Gullah Gullah and Kent is where the money gets spent. Them boys got some books that cost as much as your rent. The second verse should be smash Rockwell, but I rock well. Underground like Sumerian Rockwells. In the ring like I'm the rock whale. Hell, create a different wave that can rock whales. Hell, shit swell like lunar tides. My entendres off Gandra to who describe. Euthanize foolish guys. Scholastically, haphazardly. Turn your camera on and look me in my eyes. And please do subscribe. 8 to 80, blind, cripple, or crazy. You in for a new surprise. It's DQ, a organized lie. The beats are disorganized truth every time. Kudos, who those niggas? Decorated pseudo killers. Space age Africans, back again. An organized lie. The beats are disorganized truth every time. Kudos, who those niggas? Decorated pseudo killers. Space age Africans, tapping in.
Black African power. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee. Man, y'all already know what it is, man. It's God killing a house. And I come to do what I got to do. I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm standing tall. I'm standing strong. Hey, Bobby banging this bitch. What's good, family, man? Y'all know what it is, man. Why Trust Science? Naomi. It's a great book, yo. Make sure y'all get a copy of this, man. Why Trust Science, man. So, yeah, you know, I just got off a Woo channel, man. Yeah, let me drop this link, man. And, you know, I'm just glad we can always have these discourses, man. Some people you just can't talk to, but Woo is definitely a person I can talk to, man. And it was good seeing Sinjetti again. I'm gonna give him a call tomorrow, man. See how you doing, man. Sean making up shit and lying. Well, everybody left me. Everybody just split off and did their own thing with the Raw Squad, like we were supposed to, yo. And maybe in Sean's mind, yeah. But see, Sean, don't make the Voltron form. You talking crazy. Anyway, in reality, man, the community is in a good space, man. Because we can touch on the sacred cows in the conscious community, yo, and make no bones about it and don't feel sorry about it, man. So that's always a great space. We can have conversations around the sacred cow. And the sacred cows is evident. What is wrong with you, that good guy? He's just, well, you just ignorant as they come. I mean, just won't
There's always one, man.
stop. It's always, and that's why. How could you listen to this guy goes against medical science?
Oh man.
I'm not listening to nobody that goes against medical science. Why would you? You can't even. He can't even read the basic information in the CDC to make an
Man.
informed decision for his family. So we support vaccinations and high medical science on the community science and the pseudo killers. We absolutely support that. We support the CDC in their efforts to educate the ignorant amongst us with real simple information. We support that. What's going on, pseudo killer official Clark Kent? What's good, brother? How you doing?
Man, ain't nothing, man. What's going on with you, man? You know I can't stay too long, man.
Nah, you don't crash
and
that
I
truck
was,
if you stay too long.
you already know. But nah, I enjoyed watching the show just now, man.
Oh yeah.
It seemed like it went in a positive direction. You know, we'll see as the time goes by. You know, who says what's in the days to come or whatever. But I think if it can end on a positive note,
It did.
eventually, or
Mhm.
if it can get there, then that's always a good thing. You know what I mean? And you know we can get back to what we do best. You know we're gonna do that regardless. But
Regardless, we're gonna keep him on fire,
yeah,
ain't we?
yeah, we're gonna do that regardless, man. But you know, it did bring back some nostalgia when you know everybody was cool and all that. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So, but yeah, man, I think you held your own. They tried to say you know what I mean. You know they was trying to in the chat say you was getting beat up and all that, but nah, I
Getting
feel
beat
like
up
you
on,
held your own.
got beat up on. I didn't know it was that type of
You know they
conversation,
was
yo.
trying. You know they was trying. Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
the
you know how it
haters. You
be.
talking about the haters? Yeah, they did. Whenever they say that, we want to have
I
a beat
saw
up
I saw
conversation.
when Wu tried to get you in the trick bag. He tried to throw everybody out the thing, and you know had you in the middle of the street,
But I'm
out
a
the
middle
blue
of the
sky
street, dude. But I'm in the middle of the street type of
already.
guy though.
Already,
Built for that.
stay on your feet. I
Come
already
on, yo.
know.
Stay in training.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, stop it.
But no,
Yo,
I
you.
think it was a good thing though, man.
Mhm.
Uh, like I said, man, you held your own or whatever, man, and think y'all was able to hash out some things. You probably bring it up, I guess, on this show right here. And yeah, man, let's keep doing what we do, man. Bringing that information, rocking with the experts, and you know what I mean. Let's just
Yeah,
do it,
that's
man.
some. Yeah, that's some. Yeah, that's some actual. It's just, we going full blown science, man. And when you go full blown science to critique the world you're living in, yo, you're gonna have some issues. When you're a non-believer, atheist, or whatever spectrum you claim yourself to be, you're gonna have some pushback, right? If you're not saying what people are generally saying in the conscious community, you're gonna have pushback, right? So, when you start one of the sacred cows is the blackness and the black skin and black and proud and all that. So you can be proud. Um, Hold on. Terrence Howard? Yeah, Terrence Howard's a pseudo.
Right.
Man, yeah, he's a pseudo. All the way. Bananas. So it's it's a sacred cow, right? And black people and a blackness, and who are black people, what are black people, and everybody know the hell what the damn black person is. They African Americans.
Facts.
Or those that closely associate themselves with African Americans culture, right? That's what it is. And people argue with you all the time. But like the great John Henry Clark say, it's confusion. Because once you start saying that, you put yourself in another trick bag. It was crazy. You feel me? Yeah,
Hmm.
because it's confusion. There's actually confusion. And, we just keep the basics without that. Man, I see you. Black Panther was good with you. That good God, you a nut all day, every day.
He
Slim
followed you,
Bay.
yeah.
Slim Bay, what's up? You know what I mean? From then till now, what it do? What else we got, man? Hit that cash app early and often,
Hey,
man.
you know what would be
Robinson was
funny,
good.
man?
Mm-hmm.
You know when cats that don't really rock with you like that,
Mm-hmm.
they stay watching you though, and that's the most
Yeah.
important thing.
Yeah, I ain't
Long as
mad.
y'all stay watching, man, you can hate me all you want, man. As long as you
Yeah,
watching,
keep it
that's
in.
what we here for. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you might hear
Hit
something
the
along
like
the way
button.
that way it might change your opinion.
Yeah, because I,
Hit the
I
like
I I
button,
ain't a
brothers.
hater. I'm a participator.
Already. What's up,
Yeah,
City?
man. What's up, Sag?
Yeah,
Pseudo Killer? What's up?
yeah. I'm good. I'm good. I was just in the chat, and of course, Yeah. Sean. Sean is on. He has been on hiatus since his Fukiao whipping, I guess, and that never sat too well. So he's back again after I just made a statement, and he's claiming that I don't want to face him, but you go and block me in Wu Zhao's chat after you said the most silliest thing ever. I didn't produce or don't produce any work. You know what? As part of the pseudo killers, I'm a team player. I fall in line, and I got a job to do on the pseudo killers, and I just do my job, right? And I know my role, but I don't come up here and you'll never hear me toot my own horn. You know how I became a pseudo killer? Let me tell you how I became a pseudo killer. I came on a couple of shows and was just chopping it up, just being humble, just being glad to finally be in the same arena with the God Killer. Let me tell you, whether you like it or not, I've been a fan, and that's the type of brother I am. I'm loyal to death. I said the moment I get close to this man, after I saw the people he was close to turn and looked at him sideways when he said he was a real black atheist in New York, when Black Panther and all of them turned and looked at him strange, I said, that's my man. I get next to him. Ain't no way I'm ever stepping away from him. So hate all you want. I keep saying it. But Unc called me up. He says, Cedric, why you holding out, nigga? I didn't know what you do. It's not an interview, man. That's what you do? Is that what you do? Like, yeah, oh yeah. I was the national spokesman for COVID on my island. National spokesman, radio.
I remember that. You had the TV show and the news joint in the mornings.
I was the national spokesman for the vaccine. I was the personal advisor to the Minister of Public Health. I ain't had no time to go write no books. I was writing papers and putting out strategies. That's what I was doing in the middle of the pandemic. I was in the field. During the pandemic, I was doing real work on the ground, real time. I did all the epidemiologische statistics. Sorry, the Dutch kicks in. All the statistics for the epidemiology. The numbers going up, coming down, what was the outcome, what were the projections. I was doing real work. I didn't have time to write a play book.
Hey, Sid, I think they don't really, a lot of us know you more than what the public really know about you, man. A lot of them didn't even really know you was out there on the scene like that, man.
No.
One day we might have to show them like little clips, little snippets of when you was out there doing that. 'Cause you remember Unc when he used to show us, he used to send us the videos with him out there educating, there's people out there on the island about that. You know what I mean? So
Man, look, man, we stay in the tank, man. They just have fun for a minute, yo. It's the truth, yo.
Yeah,
hey, Sean
yeah,
calling him out, but hey, I don't know if Sean ready for him, yo. Like, hey, Cedric, a little bit deeper than you think.
There's levels to the conversation. When I was in the laboratory, I developed a national laboratory in my island. When I was actually in the laboratory, I was head of the Department of Serology and Immunology, bro. Like, so when we sitting on these panels, we were in the trenches. We found Voltron, and we had one mission to get our people educated and vaccinated. So it wasn't about ego, Sean. But see, certain things that you were doing, for example, focusing on the actual name, the B1, irrelevant to people in the field, bro. But it was nice. It was fun. Okay, good. Right?
Hey, one more thing, Sick. I'm about to get off here in a second, man. If you think about it, man,
Wu Zhao trick. Stay
nah. Look, I'm already late as it. I'm about to go. But look, if you think about it, man, think about it like this, yo. You for vaccines, he for vaccines. Y'all really supposed to be on the same side. I don't know why it's one got to attack the other, and they got to be, you know what I mean, this whole battle or whatever. But we really hold on. We really hold on, we really all on the same side of, let's get the vaccine, let's get the information out about vaccines. So it really ain't no need to fight. You know what I'm saying? But I understand how the egos go and everything.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And
We,
before I leave, you gotta
Mm.
hold that book up again, man. Because when you held it up earlier, yo, that joint was backwards. I don't know if you had it
Nah,
upside
nigga,
down
it's
or,
in
or if you
German,
had
yo. What the hell wrong with y'all? It wasn't bad. What
that
you talking? Which
that
one
it
you
was
talking about?
that joint was reading crazy. Like, put the book
Yeah,
up real
it's
quick.
German, yo. Which one you talking about?
Hold that book
that
up. You
was in
had
This
hold
one?
Deutsch.
up.
This one?
No, the
This one?
purple, the other one. That joint was looking crazy, yo. I was like, what the hell that
This?
thing?
This?
Yeah, you had it up a different kind of
I
way.
didn't. I had it this way, yo. I couldn't have had it no
Nah,
other way.
I guarantee if you go back and look
Dude,
at
I
that
didn't.
show, yo,
I
that
didn't.
joint
I
looked
did. I
backwards.
didn't have it this way.
Yeah, you definitely had it that way.
Oh man, I did not. Yeah, I ain't have that one. Come on, yo. Stop.
Go back and look at the joint. But nah, I ain't gonna hold y'all, man.
Mutual.
Hey, great
You over
show.
there sipping, yo. You sipping.
Nah, I'm
You
about to
over
go to
there
sleep,
sipping.
man. All right, I'm gonna holler
Juju,
at y'all, yo.
Juju,
Slim Boy,
Credo
what's
Mutual.
up?
That
What's going on,
What's
brother?
up?
Pseudo Killer Fisher. What's up, brother?
What's going on? What's going on, bro? How you?
Hey man, good to have you on. Always good to
Yeah,
see you around, bro.
I was at the end of the last show. I got some things I gotta get off my chest. I'm gonna do it tomorrow though. I got a little preoccupied today.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of things being said that just don't make sense to me. So I wanna deal with some of the
Like what? Name
foolishness.
one.
Well, one thing I think about it is I noticed that a lot of people who critique the pseudo killers and their stuff, they only talk about the Black Egypt conversation, right? They don't talk about the Galaxy and Beyond. They don't talk about the Brain Show. They don't talk about all these other shows that we did. I have yet to see them watch Maya Matir. We brought her in,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And they want to use this one aspect of the conversation to make it a judgment call about what everybody knows and what everybody don't know. And
Mm-hmm.
they make these wild statements that just don't make sense when we put it up against what is actually happening in reality. The
Facts.
reality is that African Americans are doing terrible in STEM.
Mm.
Number wise,
Terrible.
that's
Terrible.
the reality. I just posted an
Terrible.
article about a Republican group that is trying to block reparations in Edmondsville. I think it's Edmondsville, um, Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We are under pressure on a lot of different sides. We talked about Tennessee University, what happened there, where they try to take the board that the lady just the beautiful black scientist just found that element. They didn't remove the whole board that set up that whole program. We got states that are removing African American history.
Mm-hmm.
They're not certifying AP classes, and I'm having to deal with people who think if you say that Egypt is an African civilization, that's not sufficient. You gotta say they black people, colored folks, Negroes, and I just don't understand that. And I don't understand that. And so I was at an event yesterday, and I was walking on the north part of South Street in Philly, and I
Mm-hmm.
remember the books by by W. Du Bois, The Philadelphia Negro, right? And I remember Martin Delaney talking about these black people in Philadelphia and their struggle and fight. And I got abos who calling them um, sellouts, said they were confused and didn't know that they were really Native Americans, disrespecting these beautiful people who fought hard so I could have the opportunity to have the day. I got individuals from other communities who think that the only way you can be Pan African is if you running around talking about how Black Egypt is, as if white folks ain't gonna bust them in the head the same way. I just don't understand. I don't understand what's being said here, and so I have a problem with that. Right, I have a problem with the ideas that are being promoted. I've heard people actually say that if without Egypt, what else does Africa have? That
Oh
is an
yeah.
ignorant statement. And if that is the standard by which we're going by, we're in a lot of trouble.
Oh, we are.
Yeah, we're in a lot of trouble. If that's the
yeah.
standard, that the best that Africa had was Egypt, and you can't think of nothing else but that, we in a lot of trouble. A
Hey,
lot of trouble.
Slim Boy. Where would the community be at without the pseudo killers and the community of skeptics. You ever ask yourself that? Think about that,
Wow.
yo. You
You
really
have guys.
think about that for a minute, bro. That's something we should all ponder, yo. See, we
Yeah.
sitting in the high altitude bombers and in the tanks, right? And we see it. We see when we strike nerves and people explain their way out of it and try to explain their way in it. Because we're gonna get into tonight, we're gonna get into novice and experts, and we're gonna see research. What is research done by a novice and research done by an expert? We're gonna talk about these things. We even got Wuja on board to use Chat GPT. Isn't that a good thing?
I
Checks
think
and
it
balances
is.
everywhere.
I think
Hmm?
it's ridiculous that they would even make a claim about a brand new advancement in technology, as if we still throwing bow and arrows. I don't understand that concept. Like we in a point where we at a point where
Still throwing toothpicks, bro.
yeah we we are handicapping our children with some of the rhetoric that I hear, because
Facts.
whether we like it or not, chat GPT, Perplexity, AI, Apple. I mean, Apple just dropped theirs. They're coming out with their own
Turn
version
them
of
up.
thing. It,
Turn them
it,
up.
I think it's very strange that people would be encouraging us not to maximize the advancements of technology. It'll just put us further and further behind. I love the farm. I love the garden, right? That's my passion. I love it to death. But you best
Hmm.
believe that I'm using the most relevant information today to do what I
Hmm.
do, because I understand that some of those practices 200 years ago is insufficient for what we need today. It's just insufficient. And so some of the messages that I'm hearing is 50, 60 years old, and it's just stagnant, and it'll keep us in a place of um, keep us behind the ball. But I heard your conversation. I just got on really to read this one quote, because I
Go ahead.
think there was some missteps, just some small things that I think, ooh, and so I'm going to read it. This is from Booker T. Washington. If anybody knows me, I'm always going to go to those strong black leaders that we
Go to
had.
Booker.
Yeah. So this is a good character. I'm on my phone. I ain't got the thing. I don't know how to do it on my phone.
Oh, what you want me to find it? You want to send it to me and put it up? What you want me to do?
No, I got. I put the quote in Discord and tagged you in it. But you want me to give you the book and the page number? I can give it to you.
Oh,
You want me to send
shoot.
the PDF? Want me to send the PDF book
Yeah,
for you?
you want me you want the people to see it?
Yeah, I can. Okay, let me give me a
Put it in the
second. Let
thing.
me send it
All
to
right.
you.
All right. Yeah, send it to me. Hey man, I see you, Juju. Yeah, man. That good guy. He know I don't agree with nothing Chief X said. Yo, he know that, man. They just and I didn't want to muddy up the show because John Henry Clark told us to guard against that, the black people, the Egyptians, what you would call modern day black people, like that ain't helping us out at all. Nope, it's not, because it ain't it. What you talking about, the Adam and Eve's island? What part of Africa is these black people at? What do you mean? Who we talking about? The population on the Nile Valley, bro. That's why you say Nile Valley, because you can put you right there. Boom. Find all these conversations being for, yeah, that good guy, man. Yeah, you didn't. What he got himself timed out of the world? Yeah, he crazy. He didn't make it. He didn't make it. Our Sonic was good with you. Scarab Chronicles, what it do? Man, y'all hit that Cash App. We ain't been out in a while, man. Show some love. Let me see where we at, man. Um, yeah. Oh yeah,
I
what
put that.
happened?
I put that in the back chat. Uh, we just gonna read the very last part of page
Oh
6.
yeah. I ain't yeah. Oh yeah, I understand that. I clearly understand that, Juju. Yep, yep. Understand that. Good. You put it in the back?
Yeah, it's in the back chat. I put the
You know what I like about our platforms? I think we're strong enough to withstand people trying to play the decipher game where you cipher all people. try to play that little game. I think we're strong enough to deal with people that talk crazy about us. We're strong enough for that game, yo. Yo, we built for all this, yo. Yo, we come with love, yo. And we critique and we recognize, yo, and we understand discourse, we understand respect. We don't come to nobody's house, yo, and grab a case full of sodas and walk out the door, yo. We don't do that, yo. Just respectful, yo. We ask for them, yo. You know what I'm saying, yo? I see you, yo. Yeah, we don't do that, yo. We very cordial in the way we move, yo, and we're respectful of everybody thing, yo. I've been this way from day one, yo. It's a certain code of ethics I have. Yeah. So when by the time I'm cussing you out, yo, it's a good reason why I did it. All right, where's the book at? Oh, I got that. I see you, Fetty. I'm gonna put that up, yo. Come on the panel, Fetty. That's a good match.
It's you don't see it in the chat. You don't see
I'm in the chat.
The Gutenberg file in the back chat on this. Yeah.
Oh, you're in the back chat. I went to the thing. All right, hold on. Okay. All right, bet Gutenberg. I like that. All right, we here. Let me what page?
At the right, it's at
5727 what?
No, the end of page 6. It's at the end of page 6.
Okay, end of page 6. All right, let me get here. Let me put this up here. Yeah. You know, Juju, we don't hold our tongue, yo. We don't do that. Yeah, we stand on what we stand on, man. We building a lovely platform, man. Healthy war chest, yo. And yeah, we doing our thing. All right, let me show the thing right here. Hey, man, you know, I went back and looked at that daggone show. Chilemboy.
What show?
The Garden Show. That was just a good one, man. I enjoyed that, man. I'm definitely.
It was good.
Yeah, that was good, yo. I know you ain't got time because you're farming right now. All right, 23. You say 6. You can see it, right? Where we at? 6. Right up here, right?
Yeah, hold on. Let me
make it bigger. Let me make it bigger for you.
You can read it, Marcus?
Yeah, because I can't see it. You know, I gotta set them on my phone. I didn't pull up the laptop.
You can make it big. Bye. All right, there you go. There you go.
Education is not. Yeah, education is not what a person is able to hold in his head, so much as it is what a person is able to fight. I believe it was Daniel Webster who said that that the truly educated man was not the one who had all knowledge in his head, but the one who knew where to look for information upon any subject upon which at any time he might want information. Each individual who wishes to succeed must get that kind of discipline. He must get such training that he will know where to go and get facts rather than try to train himself to hold all the facts in his head.
So I put that out there because the idea that you have to be an expert to even understand a subject is ridiculous.
Oh, man.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's been
you have to be able to rectify the source material. You have to know what is good and what is bad. That is the core essence of a conversation. I don't know this. I don't have to know linguistics. Listen, I don't have to read a book because a guy thinks the earth is flat. I don't have to read that book. I don't have to read that book at all. Right. I don't need that. What I know is where to get the correct information and judge it based on that. That's it. And I don't know anything else beyond that. That's not my words. That's the good Booker T. Washington. And so I'm going to leave it at that.
Right? Well, that's what I said. That's what I said. That's exactly what I said. I put us in a position, all the brothers and sisters put us in a position so that the normalized community can just actually critique what the hell they looking at, yo, and know what to digest and what not to digest, yo, because you know how to go get the good sources and where to get them from. And I think, you know, that's always been a tool I promoted, and that's my damn strong suit, and that's our strong suit, and that's why they hate sometimes, yo. But everybody should just stop hating and just participate, man.
Yeah.
I mean, listen. Oh, go ahead, Sid. Go ahead, Sid. I don't want to.
You're claiming to develop a whole new language phylum, yet you're not claiming to want to overturn the current position that is held. You make the claim that the work has not been critiqued. We've had that work critiqued several times. It doesn't meet the grade. You make claims that the work hasn't been done on the current consensus when the work has been done. At which point do we just say, I don't need to read a flat earth book?
That's a great point. Yeah, it's Limway. You was about to say something?
Yeah, look, it's late. Y'all know I don't be up all night like that. I don't want to disturb my family, but too much.
Okay.
But
I wanted to get you in quick and get you out. Go ahead.
yeah, I did listen to the show
Mhm.
you was just on, and I
Okay,
thought
what you
that
think?
was. I understand their points, but I think that they overextended themselves in some of those areas, and that's that's just what it is. But one of the things I love about why training is very good, such as the training we're discussing here, is
Mhm.
that it doesn't so much lead you into all that's good. It just shows you all the prior mistakes that have been made.
Mhm.
So one of the first things you learn is what the mistakes that were made prior to you going to school. And
Mm.
so you don't have to rehash things that you that have already been figured out, or at least already been proven to be untrue.
That's
And
right.
so there's a benefit to that. And then look, the bottom line is that our kids are living in 2024. That's the age they're living in. We have social media. We have uh, it was a time when uh, it would take you 2-3 days to travel across the oceans and stuff like that. Flights was limited. You were on boats. Then, so we have this development of technology. We cannot continue to act like it's 1960. You just cannot continue to do that. You handicap,
Fact.
you handicap the mind. I agree to a degree about the library cards, but now most libraries are digitizing their
Yeah.
information.
Yeah, they
They're
online.
no longer holding these big black books that you got to go and scroll through and catalog through. They're not
Mhm.
doing that no more. They're moving to the digital age.
Mhm.
And so it's
Right. We in the
best,
digital age.
right?
Mhm.
It's best to base your information on the age that you're in and the age to come so that you can be prepared for what's to come. That's really what culture is about. Establish
Exactly.
a means for survival. How can I survive if I'm still walking around like it's 1967, walking up to Congress and the state houses with shotguns and rifles? What good is that going to do now?
Get
Like
your ass locked
what are
up.
we talking about? So what I'm saying is, listen, I love the conversation. I
Mhm.
have a great respect for history and the
Mhm.
place that history has in our society today. No people ignore their own history. I
That's
would
right.
never tell a person to do that. I haven't met a single society that doesn't honor their own history.
That's right.
Yet I know that most of them don't live in that history. They try to move their place forward.
Mm.
And that's my point. And so
Mhm.
I hope y'all enjoy your show. I'm gonna go ahead and take it on down, man.
All right, man.
I'll
Thanks for
catch y'all
coming
some
through,
tomorrow
man.
morning.
Hope you can come back on tomorrow, man. You know how we do, bro.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate that, man. All day,
Chef,
every
peace,
day,
chef,
man.
peace, chef.
Yeah, I
Chef and
appreciate
L.
that point, Marcus, because it was irritating the hell out of me.
Yeah,
I need
yeah.
to study linguistics. Get out of here. I'm educated enough. I'm versed enough to go and research whether this has any credibility or not. I don't need to read a flat earthers book. That's what I asked Wu Jiao. Wu Jiao told me straight up, well, if I didn't read the work, I wouldn't make any comments. Wu Jiao, the subject is flat earth. Do I need to read that book to be able to know that I'm not going there? And then
Adapt to
assuming
Paris.
that because we disagree means we don't understand the work or haven't studied the work or haven't got the critique on the work. No, we know the critique on the work. Stop it.
Show you something slick. I'm gonna show y'all something slick. This is slick right here. Y'all know we got that homework, right? Brother Brendan left us with that homework. Look, check this out. You know we got that homework, but everybody talk crazy. Got that homework, yo. We studied up over here, man.
We did the shows, quiet
We studied up
shows.
over
No,
here, yo. We got we got online, we got serial killers, we got that homework. There's a word in here I want to find. Hold on, watch this. This is funny. Can you see this? You can see this, right? Make it bigger. Do I gotta make it bigger?
Yeah, let me see if I can blow it up.
I can blow it up. Let me blow it up for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
Evidence
that.
for the Afro-Asiatic.
What you saying?
No, I got that.
All right, here you go. So watch this. It's gonna be a slick word gonna pop up. Go ahead.
I can read it.
Mm-hmm.
I have an introduction. Oh, you pull it off. Put it back up. Yeah. An introduction, 2000, Cambridge University Press. Evidence for the Afro-Asiatic hypothesis. Up to this point in our discussion, a common ancestry for the 6 linguistic families considered in section 411 has simply been assumed. It is now necessary to set out the key evidence for this assumption. It is generally agreed that shared morphology is the surest proof of genetic relatedness. Phonemes have no meaning in themselves, and their organization into systems and their phonetic relationships are all too prone to aerial influences. Lexicon, moreover, is already open to infiltration by borrowing. Such problems are far less common in morphology. And this is why it will be our chief concern here. Oh, man. Of the many aspects of comparative morphology that might be considered, space limitation will permit the presentation of only a few in any detail. Certain other cases will also receive a rather more curious cursory mention.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So they really ain't no, and hold on, it was a piece for. Oh shoot! All right, wait, yeah, I didn't. You didn't see this part, right? Yeah, because I was right. I was right there. You should have been right here. Let me see. All right, go ahead, read this.
Introduction.
Watch this.
Afro-Asiatic AA is probably the least controversial of the 4. Put it back up.
It's there.
Yeah. Of the 4 phylums of languages proposed by Greenberg for the African continent. Long prior to Greenberg, a core of what we now call Afro-Asiatic has been recognized. And subsequent to that publication, there has been no serious suggestion that the Afro-Asiatic concept should be called into question. There has not been universal agreement about the internal structure of the phylum, nor complete anonymity about of every language group proposed. But regarding the overall Afro-Asiatic hypothesis, there has been wide satisfaction.
Mm-hmm. So we ain't sitting up here acting like nothing. We. I mean, look, bro. All right, now watch this. Go ahead. I went down the wrong way, but that's fine.
Chapter 4, Afro-Asiatic, Rachel J. Hayward.
Great chapter. I
Then,
suggest
in terms
everybody read
of
this
the
chapter.
history of mankind, it is
incontrovertible
that some of the earliest and greatest human achievements founded and headed by Afro-Asiatic people. The Egyptians, the Assyrians, the Phoenicians, Hebrews, and Arabs, to mention only some people whose architecture, mathematics, and astronomy, religion, and philosophies have common progress, have been speakers of the Afro-Asiatic language.
So this is just a good book right here, yo. So we just been armed and dangerous, yo. Big up to Brendan, man. So we've been armed and dangerous. You can't. We dragging off. We
it's
know
not
the
a
different
genetic
Russian.
relation.
Yeah, people can't say that. They can't say none of the stuff they say half the time, yo. So I was hoping to get questioned on that because I was definitely armed and dangerous in any of that conversation right there. Like, come on, man. Yeah, we're gonna stay ready. What's up, Fetty?
Yo,
how you doing, brother?
Ain't nothing chilling.
Good.
We in here. Mm-hmm. King Sosa in the building. You want me to pull up that map you were talking about? Yeah, hey, Ken, I don't know why they had the book turned around that way. I didn't do it that way. I was holding it straight up and down. I don't know why they did that. All right, which map you want me to put up, Fetty?
Yeah, I just wanted to just break down how brothers like Wu Ja and others who claim to know African history is I'm kind of questioning that because if you look at the ethnic groups that even Mboli is trying to link with Egypt, if anybody knows simple Niger-Congo history, it doesn't even have to be anything extra advanced. If you just know how Niger-Congo people came to be and how the proto-language and what areas of Africa they was in. And if you look at the model, because I'm big on models, if you know how to understand or just look at a model of somebody proposing something, and if you understand, the totality of it, and you can see, okay, critical thinking, because scientific literacy is important. And with scientific literacy, that just brings a form of critical thinking that you can have as your arsenal. So people think that we got to read these books, in French, 700 pages and all that. But all I have to do if I'm a critical thinker and I actually know what the consensus and what experts are saying is that, okay, if I see Mboli attaching any particular ethnic group to a certain area, all I got to do is go to, Wikipedia and go to Niger-Congo people, look at the origin. It's not that hard. So it's just funny seeing how the lengths people go to just admit I may be wrong. So what we can do, we can flip that by saying, okay, you're saying that we can't speak on something if we haven't read it, but are you sure you even read stuff from Roger Blinch that actually builds up on what Greenberg says to actually formulate Niger-Congo better? Have you read that? So it's funny hearing a lot of these dudes, man.
No, you was on his head.
Yeah, I got out the way.
Yeah, you definitely was on his head, and the questions, it wasn't even the questions that you was asking. It was the retort nature of it, meaning you already the answer was already implied in the question that you was asking them. You dig what I'm saying? So it was no way out for him, because the same way he was questioning what Uncle do, you flipped it on him. You know what I mean? You definitely flipped it on him, because how can you claim you competent in this subject if you're making these type of mistakes here? It's just crazy, the stuff that they do. We know that if you are as versed as you saying, or as competent as you saying you are in these subjects, these elementary mistakes that you're making, you wouldn't even, if we can catch them. You see what I'm saying? If we can catch you, and we the ones who supposedly be not studied on these in these fields. So if we can see that they're making mistakes out the gate, then y'all not as sharp as y'all think y'all are. You dig what I'm saying? Or what y'all fronting to be. They fronting to act like they really. Asar is not no linguist, yo. We just gotta stop that, man. Like anybody who's saying that, or like I said, Wu Ja, you know how to read the glyphs, but you'll never be an Egyptologist. It's levels to it. You dig what I'm saying?
John Jones.
Thank you.
It's levels to it. So we can admit that you are studied in specific aspects, right, of the field, but that don't make you an expert. Come on, yo. You can
say that
read
again
the
for Sean.
But you're not an expert. That's like Sean. Sean, you understood. You you can't you honed in on the COVID virus, right?
Yeah.
That don't make you a virologist
or immunologist.
No, it
or
doesn't.
immunologist.
Immunologist.
Yeah,
And to sit on a panel with an expert and you know some things that they can agree with doesn't mean that you're teaching them anything.
exactly.
You're delusional. You're
Said you
not
heard,
doing
said you
research.
heard Sean's name. He cut
You're
you right
writing
off, Chef.
You're applying the same methodology. Because in college, when the teacher gives you a research question, you now have to go and research. You have to read the material. You have to apply the proper technique. You have to apply the proper methodology, Sean, to be able to write an essay. But you're not doing research on an academic level. You're not being peer reviewed. Your hypothesis isn't one that the scientific field is going to move forward from. You're just answering questions to your curiosity. Now, I'm not dissing what you're doing, but keep it in perspective. You sound like a complete idiot when you say you were teaching Dr. Cobb.
Did Mboli say that Bantu came from Ethiopia?
Where am I messy at, Miss Black Panther? How am I messy? I ain't say. Did I say something? Did I say something? I ain't said nothing, did I? I'm messy.
Damn. Is Mboli saying that Bantu came from?
Yeah, there you go right here.
From Ethiopia?
I don't know what he's saying. It was a pseudo.
That's Ethiopia right there.
Look.
Hey, Fetty, what are you doing? What are you doing to
it? So all y'all really got to do is look on like the blogs that Asar made like in 2019. And he it's like he's the spokesperson for Mboli, and he even is adding stuff. So if you just look at Asar, that's why I told Asar, Wu Jia to pull it up, but I knew he wasn't going to, but to pull up this actual model. And anybody knows if you just look at this model, it's flawed as hell. So I don't have to read any particulars in the book if I know how the Proto-Bantu people came about. If you look at the Bantu migration that he has in that Great Lakes region, like that's not if you scroll down and look at the actual Bantu migration, it's actually flipped in a way. It's like you going that hard to create this certain model. That's why I say experts, if they just got to look at the model and say, man, this shit is trash. And what they don't understand is with Mboli, he's not going to only have to overthrow linguistics. He's going to have to overthrow, the experts that deal with the flora and fauna, certain ethnic groups that they could tie that to. They're going to have to overthrow anthropology, archaeology, so much stuff to where, it's an uphill battle they're not going to never reach the top to. So
uphill battle.
You gotta
get on the battlefield to get in the uphill battle.
Yeah, they looking from a mile away. They like, damn,
you got to at least get in the battle. You got to be in the battle.
Yeah,
you gotta get in the battle, and I don't mind being the person to say it, right? I don't have that issue, and that's why the title of the show is "The Community's in a Good Space." Let's get the science right, man, so we can actually talk about the sacred cows. Where I'm afraid to say this about that, about this, about that. Nah, we actually can, man. Right? We don't have to accept anything that I write. You don't have to accept that, right? Y'all should get some clarification and look it up and see if I'm close to it or where I'm at. And if I start making, evolution, I've introduced a new mechanism. Your eyebrows supposed to get this high on your damn forehead. I know you've been talking about evolution for 10 years, however long, nigga, but come on, yo. And I shouldn't start beating back the tools that y'all bring against me. So what's the consensus that natural selection, I'm saying, is such and such and such and such. And then y'all look up the consensus. I shouldn't just beat that up. Well, the consensus ain't right. Where you at? Where you at? Corey said, I brought the Unraw squad, him and his band of snake oil salesmen. 15 years. Yeah, I hear you, bro. Yeah, what you bring though, Corey? Yeah, drinking online and smoking weed while you talking about the cosmos. You definitely brought that. Appreciate you though, Cosmic Corey. Appreciate you, bro. Big up the Cosmic Corey. You sipping some Brandon right now, some brandy right now. I know you is. But no, I shouldn't defeat the tools that's gonna help you critique me. Makes no sense. And that's where we at, right? And I'm just gonna be the one to say it, right? And I gotta say it. All right. And it don't matter who like it, who like it, who don't. Now, I love myself some Raw Squad. I just do. And I thought it was a great light for the community till it wasn't. So that's what it is, yo. When shit get antique and it play out and it get antique, yo. And just certain things that was being promoted needed a little more scrutiny. And I think we had that good place of scrutiny. And I always think the bros did a good job. All but Smash Scam Wells. Right? And that's from that. And I'm gonna stay there till somebody proves me differently. It's just that simple. Get things wrong, you gotta change. You can't be saying the same shit. You gotta always give the community the tools so they can look at what the hell you talking about, bro. That's simple. Yep, that is what it is for me, yo. So I don't get all warm and fuzzy over spilt milk. It's over with, right? Them type of things over with, right? And Sean say stuff. Somebody left. Ain't nobody leave me. Shit, I think we all went our way and did what we was going to continue to do and continue to grow and go our own ways to build the community like we see fit. I don't want to be in a situation where I gotta support that that map right there and to say so would break up a group. I don't want to be in that situation. I like the situation where it's healthy. We can talk about that map right there, and we ain't got to fight. We talk about that. So I'm definitely good and comfortable with that, and I don't got no problems with that. So let me put up right here a novice. All right. Yeah, because we use ChatGPT over here. Right? A lot of conversation about novice versus expert research. All right. Primary difference between the scientific research and research done by a novice can be summarized in terms of methodology, rigor, expertise, and scope and purpose. Methodology. Scientific research follows a structured methodology, often involving hypothesis formulation, experimental, design, data collection, statistical analysis, and peer review. You see these things here? Don't get it fucked up or twisted. It adheres to established protocols and standards to ensure reliability and validity, right? Let's deal with a novice. Novice research may lack systematic approach, okay? Novice might not be familiar with the rigorous methods and might rely more on informal or less structured approaches. They may not follow a specific methodology of understanding the importance of controlled variables. We can see by that map we looked at, right? Rigor. See, scientific research emphasizes precision, accuracy, and reliability. Researchers ensure. Go ahead. You want to read it?
I said it said repeatability. Researchers ensure their findings can be replicated and verified by others. There is a strong focus on eliminating bias and error. Novice research, often less rigorous, potentially leading to errors, biases, and unverified conclusions. Novice might overlook the importance of controls, proper sampling, and statistical significance. Expertise. Here's the difference. Scientific research conducted by experts. You moved too fast.
All right, my fault. We just scope, right? Where we at?
Yeah, no, we're up, go up, go back, up.
All right, go ahead.
Scientific research conducted by experts with extensive training, 12, 15 years, and experience in their fields. Researchers are knowledgeable are knowledgeable about the existing literature, advanced techniques, and theoretical framework. That is what you get by earning a degree.
Advanced techniques.
Novice research carried out by individuals with limited experience. I read some stuff for 2 years and knowledge. Novice might not fully understand the context and background of their topic, leading to incomplete and or superficial research. The scope. Scientific research aims to contribute to a broader body of knowledge. I keep saying that. In a specific field, it often addresses complex questions and seeks to uncover new insights or solve specific problems. Novice research typically has a narrower scope and may focus on more basic or introductory topics. The goal is often educational or to gain preliminary understanding of a subject. Purpose. Scientific research aimed at advancing knowledge, developing new theories, and informing practice and policies. It seeks to answer significant questions and provides evidence-based conclusions. Novice research often conducted for learning purposes, such as school assignments or personal interests. The primary goal is to develop research skills and to gain familiarity with research processes. Great work, Sean. You're learning. Publication and peer review. Scientific research results are typically published in peer-reviewed journals. In peer-reviewed journals. In peer-reviewed journals. Ensuring the research has been evaluated by other experts in the field, not read your book. The process helps maintain quality and credibility.
And that's what it is. And then we need go ahead.
Novice research results are rarely published in formal journals. Results are rarely published in formal journals. Last time, results are rarely published in formal journals and are not usually subject to peer review. Feedback may come from instructors or peers rather than experts.
Yeah, man. Summary.
In summary, the key difference lies in the level of expertise, methodological rigor, and the purpose and impact of the research. Scientific research is a formal, systematic process aimed at generating new knowledge, while novice research is often an educational exercise focused on developing basic research skills. Basic.
Man. Boy, I'm trying to tell you, yo. Trying to tell you.
And this is stuff I know off my head, so I sound arrogant when I just shoot it out there. But it's because I've been through the rigors of academia. I understand these things. I understand why I don't come up here and say certain things, because I'm not at that level, even though I'm in the field. I'm an applied scientist, so I do not make claims of overturning researchers and this nonsense. Stop it.
Yeah, well, interesting there, bro. We could get far into it. We're just gonna keep dropping a piece here, a piece there, drop them crumbs out there, man. That was a good read right there, bro. So we can kind of see the difference between a novice and what an expert do. I don't know why people don't see the difference between you be able to like that work I pulled up. And so this is the textbook right here. We was having a conversation in the server about textbooks. That's why you always see these days I give y'all textbooks, right? This joint right here is on methodology and African prehistory. All right, it's talking about the methodology they used, right, when they was coming up with the African history model. And UNESCO, this is just a book, my favorite book. This is a whole different quality, whole different type of book here. Two different situations. Yo, we started here, yo, and then we ended up in here. All right, we ended up in textbooks. All right, we ended up in anthropology books that I always talk about because I'm giving you textbooks. So by the time something makes a college textbook, right, it's been peer reviewed, and it's going to pretty much follow consensus. You know, that's serious right there. And we're serious over here about our work and what we do. We're serious about our study. We're serious about giving people tools so they can critique, right? People talking crazy. Yeah, it is what it is. So whatever you think you bringing, got to bring it. You got to. You got to bring it because we ain't going for that. Fetty, you want to add something?
Yeah, how about something you? That I'm thinking about the aspect of how, like, you know, a lot of them say you don't have to be an expert, and maybe the reason why this whole time they haven't gone to school is because they know they ass was to get quizzed the test. They can't overthrow that. You can't overthrow the syllabus. Once you in there, you in there. You got to follow the damn rules. So I just think it's an unruly aspect dealing with, again, the white man. I think it's a sprinkle of we don't want the white man classifying African languages, because I heard the brother, even Sean P, say that. How, like, why do we have to trust a white American linguist? Why can't we trust our own African linguist? So I'm seeing the psychological aspect of, you know, just that blackology, man. And
they deserve to have their own agency.
Yeah, and it's like, nah.
Remember that
agent?
It don't work like that. Like, it's like they want to just go against the white man, and it's like that's not how consensuses work, like, at all. But
yeah, victim of my own thing. So yes, hold on. Each nation, each group of people deserve to have agency, but more importantly, they deserve to have expertise, right? So yes, we want African Americans in the field, okay, because they deserve to participate in the field, right, with their agency. But we want experts, Africans, continental Africans, they deserve to be able to talk about their language. But human beings over the last 150 years have developed a system called linguistics, scientific field that helps break down the origins of the language, the find them, what languages are connected, right? So yes, they deserve to participate in that. And I showed you that Africans are actually contributing to the field of linguistics on their own languages. So we don't just want a person because he can speak the damn language. We want a person that has expertise in that. Exactly. In that said field, right? It's better. So yes, we always want to advocate for African Americans, continental Africans, Ghanaians, Nigerians, Khoisan, right? I want all of them to participate in science. We're going to need it going forward, right? And that's the agency that I've come to understand. And people knock me for that. See, they want to make the agency the trump card, right? Also, there was something mentioned on the show that Neil deGrasse made a statement about it's not about the degree, it's about the data. Right. We never said it was about the degree. That's not what we said. What we said was it's about the data, right? Just so happen those that are qualified are gonna have better at it of getting the daggone data, gonna have more resources, gonna understand the mistakes that was made in the field. They're gonna be more qualified to get the damn data. That doesn't mean that somebody else can't get the data, right? So it's never been asked about the degree in science. It's about the collectible data that can be falsified. It just so happens when qualified people do this, they produce works like I just showed you.
Can I ask a question on when you talk about your level of competency, right? How do one measure that?
I guess by your conversation, or how do you, like, if you want me to be competent in something, if you want to talk about how competent am I in evolution, I can give you the basics. I can give you the history of it. I can give you the mechanisms in it. I can talk about how some of the mechanisms work. You know what I'm saying? And I would consider myself to be semi-competent, not on an expert level though.
If you're telling me that you're schooling anthropologists and evolutionary biology.
I'm doing
right? How do I Now, what would allow me to say, well, you're competent enough to do that? You would have to be degreed, right?
Yeah. You say it again?
So when someone makes a statement about their competence, but they can't show me a degree, how am I to trust their level of competence? Your degree, your level of
Yeah,
competence
your
is
degree
illustrated
shows
by
that.
your
Yeah.
degree.
Yeah.
So over and over, keep referring to yourself as competent without being able to produce that degree is just empty words, especially to someone not trained in the field. So now you're not degreed. I'm not trained in the field. Where do I go to trust the information that I'm looking up? Isn't it to the experts?
Yeah, right. That's the measure, bro. You gotta. There's a measure here, yo. And in rare occasions, people outside of the field can add something to it, but it's very, very rare.
Yeah. And again, I'm gonna jump on Sean's head because he keep calling my name out. When you got to
Yeah.
refer to Dr. Henry Clark as being an autodidact, which is in 2024, man, you're pseudo. Now I
Yeah,
share
it's
my
not how it
screen
works.
because we just read the difference between we just read the difference between a scientific research and a novice research. So now I'm gonna go to Sean's book again, right? What SARS-CoV-2 Taught Me by Any Headed Sean P. Documents the author's personal. Documents the author's personal and scholastic journey during the COVID-19 pandemic. It is written with an emphasis on scientific literacy and proper research methodologies, and it provides sources and references for each chapter. The book is designed as an educational tool and questions at the end of each chapter to test the reader's understanding. However, it is important to note that while the book aims to educate and provide insight based on the pandemic, it might not necessarily meet the stringent criteria for a scientific research as defined by the academic community. Scientific research typically involves hypothesis testing, systematic data collection, analysis, and peer-reviewed publication, which might not be the primary focus of this book. It couldn't be because you're not an academic. You're not doing research, Sean. I'm going to say it again. And the links here, if you want to have that discussion, jump on. But don't block me in other chats after running your mouth about the work I do. The work I do is on a whole different level, Sean. A whole different level.
One thing I would say, can you pull up on Wikipedia this thing called intellectual humility? We was talking about it in the Discord, and I think it's important for people because I see that a lot of people, especially in the conscious community, when you gain a certain level of information and you're not an expert, you could be running stop signs, and due to the fact that you have an audience, a following,
Intellectual what?
Intellectual humility.
Yeah,
it's like you basically that. Us being lay people and not being experts, YouTube has offered a platform for people to express their inflated egos, right? And if you have an audience to support you and not give you any pushback, like a Magi Archers or anybody else who's a charlatan that we've seen, I think it could be something dealing with the human brain, emotions, the God complex, that preacher mentality that that has been around for a while, where a lot of brothers become preachers because they see the reception they get and they like it. So I think that intellectual humility thing is very important because it helps you prevent from running stop signs in regards to saying I may not know shit. Because if I can't hear a person say I'm wrong, that's a red flag, bro. And you willing to run around all over the place instead of just saying, you know what, I'll get back to you. I may be wrong. That's a red flag to me. You got to have a level of humility, I think.
So intellectual humility can be understood as involving the owning of one's cognitive limitations, a healthy recognition of one's intellectual depths to others, and low concern for intellectual domination and certain kinds of social status. University of Connecticut. University of Connecticut. You see how we went and grabbed that source real quick? Right. This is what we do. We grab good quality sources from the, we can play the Wikipedia, we can play the UConn. I like UConn, good school. I wonder what they have to say in
Illusions of Gratitude.
I wonder what they have to say about Afro Negro Egyptian. I wonder if they got it in here.
Negro Egyptian, that shit is pseudo.
Nah, I'm having fun. Listen, man. Look, check this out, bro. We all supposed to grow, man, to understand and have his tool. My focus wasn't ever on Egypt. My focus was on the tools that would help us get the pseudos out our way, right? And trying to at least get some bearing on our history, right? And everybody coming this thing doing different things. That's always been my thing to do. I always felt like teams did that better. Right. And everybody grow and everybody, take their lanes. Everybody've always had their lanes and everybody working on their own projects. Right. So I'm not tripping off that. I'm just don't knock the thing that we do. Right. Don't knock the thing that I do. Don't if we talk about like the conversation now is the scientific consensus and what exactly is that, right? And I haven't even watched Sean and them not Sean, but I think Hassan and them talking about what the
Mujah was doing it today in chat. He put it in Chat GPT and Chat GPT whooped them.
What?
It wasn't even it was in, but I wanted them to just stop reading. And they do it so seamlessly, right? He's reading something that's actually going against him, and he's trying to act like he's agreeing with it. It's the crazy. Man, I don't know how y'all deal with these guys. I swear.
No, I didn't listen. I didn't get a chance.
It's crazy, man. It's like what you said Smash was doing. He'll read something and it clearly don't say that. But somehow he make his audience think that it's saying the opposite of the thing that he actually read. How do they do that? Is it a trick or something?
Man. You mean like when I read the thing and which I was saying, nah, I wasn't saying nothing about that or something didn't go against what I don't know, man. I guess it's all the way we comprehend certain things, man. But that was new to me. That fighting style is different. Like
look, Mujah did it today. Like when he put the config, I'm gonna use ChatGPT. Anytime they say they about to use AI, I know they about to kick themselves in their own ass. Like there's no way around it. The AI is pulling from the available sources, and what y'all saying is not a part of the discourse. It's not. So whatever I know y'all gonna do. How do I share my screen on here, yo? I'm confused.
What you
present? Go
present. On your phone?
No, I'm on my iPad.
Oh, you damn!
It present.
It should have a present tab at the bottom, Chef. Peace, everybody.
What's up? I see a microphone.
Yo, what's good?
I see a camera icon, and then I see 3 dots.
Hit the
click
dots.
the D dots.
And then when I click the 3 dots, what am I looking for?
What it say?
What is it?
I have edit my name and headline, edit audio, avatar, and audio.
No, that's not it. You're supposed to find a present button next to the leave studio button.
Leave studio, let me see.
You should see an owl next to a crocodile back with
Nah, I got the leave button, but I don't have the dang.
No, probably you can't do it on your iPad then.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. My bad.
What you trying to share? Share it in your you can share it in your Discord, and I can just drop it in the back.
And no, I was going to show through all of the dictionaries, because they was trying to say that we can't use Chat GPT because we don't have a command of certain subject matter before we go to Chat GPT. And I was just going to show them we didn't already research most of the stuff that we're talking about. When we put it in Chat GPT, it's summarizing and bullet point and what we already done researched. You dig what I'm saying? It's just another source to confirm what we already know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's agreeing with it. So I was going to show that in the every Middle Egyptian dictionary that we have, and I didn't download 7 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Every Middle Egyptian, I was going to go in each dictionary and show all of the different KM words, right? And how many of them refer to something black, right? And how all of them refer to Egypt as being one of these Kems. Then I was going to go into James P. Allen, right? And he give a breakdown on how to understand Middle Egyptian. And in his breakdown is crazy. He actually used Kemet as one of the words that he showed how you can understand how to read Egyptian. He actually put Kemet in his in one of his examples. And in that example, he actually showed how Kemet referred to land, right? And how it referred to something black. It's in James P. Allen, Middle Egyptian. So when they say 2 things, when they say we don't have the proper knowledge to even ask Chat GPT, they're wrong. When they say that nobody has done the work on the word Kemet, they're wrong. Because James P. Allen, he demonstrates it. They say ain't nobody never demonstrated. James B. Allen demonstrates it. Raymond Faulkner, he demonstrates it, right? They go into the text and they actually break it down and show how the context of the word, what it could actually mean in the context of the sentences. So for them to say that the common thing with the Afro-Asiatic, ain't nobody do the work. With the word Kemet, ain't nobody do the work. So every time they want to disagree with something, now their claim is ain't nobody, or the experts didn't do the work. What is going on here?
Yeah, I know what I'm saying that.
What is going on here? The experts haven't done the work, but these fools done the work.
Yeah, that's crazy,
argument.
The
arguments they use, man. So now you're proposing a whole new phylum, but you're not trying to overthrow the current phylum. Make it make sense. You're not in academia. Your work is not being peer reviewed. But we need to accept it for what? What is it? You're writing an elaborate essay, bro. What are you doing? What? We should not talk about it, but you're here trying to convince us of Negro Egyptian. Why are you trying to convince us? I'm not a linguist, so I'm gonna go to the scholarly consensus to see if I can find support for what you're saying there.
Crazy. Well, at this point, man, I guess
it's a good thing that we're in the middle of a paradigm shift, I think, with this digital age and us, just teaching people how to use tools like ChatGPT to debunk people that have these outlandish, ideas. There was a time in the conscious community where things like that wasn't offered. So I just go back to imagine if these tools was offered to people way back in New York when they was listening to people like Bobby Hemmett, Phil Valentine, just during that era, to where people were just on the corner just saying anything. I think now, due to technology and people just being able to use it, I think that can cut a lot of corners, because we fight in the same fight. We want African Americans ultimately to just become more literate and know how to move in 2024 and just kill the outdated thinking. Like, it's kind of embarrassing at this point, the fact that people are, they have 50-year-old outdated philosophies, and they out here taking other people's cultures, and as a result, you got Egyptians, real Native Americans, just all different types of people all over the world identifying a certain group of African Americans, saying y'all basically culture vultures and y'all illiterate. That's kind of, I'm feeling the secondhand embarrassment, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm African American, so I just want us to do better overall.
Yep. Embarrassing. It simply is. It's embarrassing to hear a man like Sean sit up there and actually say the things he said.
Sean here.
Stay on his head.
Defend your damn self. Defend yourself.
I'm that pit bull. I don't need to defend myself. If you come at me, all I'm gonna do is put you in the ground. I'm gonna stomp you out, because you ain't on that level. You want to talk about work? You write a silly book, right, which educates those who don't know. And you're comparing that to me being an advisor to the Minister of Health. You compare that to me running the epidemiological statistics for a whole country. You compare that to me being a national spokesman. You want to talk about work? You're not on my level. You're not on my level, Sean. Don't mention me. Don't. I'm the most humble brother up here. But when it comes to level, Sean, what I do every day, I'm responsible for the lives of 1,400 people. I'm the health and safety and environmental manager of a major resort. So what I did in public health for 14 years, the policies and the laws I helped produce, I'm now enforcing them in the private sector, Sean. Levels to what I do. We're not having the same conversation. Don't ever think we're doing that.
Oh, man. All right. Okay. Let's play this clip right here. Y'all was on the show. Y'all should have heard it. Talking about consensus now. Get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted.
So once a scientific consensus becomes marketed and advertised through, be it conferences that are televised or what have you, then it becomes popularly known. So the knowledge of something in the population, it becomes popular. Like you have popular anything. So like Neil deGrasse Tyson is a liaison between science, astrophysics and science, and what the public knows. And he's doing an excellent job with that. So a lot of scientific information and details become popularized by way of whatever, that goes on. So I was saying that once something becomes popular in the population, it is even that much harder to change, because on the scientific side, things can change, but the public and the more popular version of it will still remain. It's like a lag. So scholars are constantly arguing over different things, but it may not become popular or known by a wide number of people until later. So there's like a delay, and that delay is known. That lag is known, and different fields have bigger lags and some have shorter lags, but the lag is there and it's real. That's what I'm saying.
I agree with you on that too. And then it goes like
a lot of different things. Yeah,
so,
I think change something, but other than something extreme, it takes a while in academic I don't know
if it's books in there, but I'm talking about the challenge to those people. Like they have conferences all the time. This is the time.
I mean, but it has to be linguistic. It's a narrow. That's
what I'm saying, and I think that's the issue. That's the communication barrier. Because if you're looking at them scholars we're talking about, then you have the independent African scholars that are what's going on there. I'm like, that's gonna always, they be like, yo, bro, like this is not founded. Like, how is Egyptian Bantu and whatever Sumerian Baha? How? Who's saying this? Like, well,
but see, it's growing. But see, even right now, it's growing. But if we're not paying attention, for whatever the reason we're not, then we're not going to be aware of it. So it's only a few people that's like a gateway to even feed. Like for example, nobody would know about Mboli if it wasn't for Asari Imhotep. Like nobody would be bringing none of that up. And to add on to that, a lot of the African scholars that write in French and stuff like that's their main language that they write in, but they speak, multiple languages. A lot of people in the online conscious community wouldn't even know about them either if it weren't for Asari Imhotep. And I'm only saying that for the ones that he introduced, because people will know about others. But I'm saying when it comes to Mubabenge, Balolo, Mboli, and Musalam, Abubakar Musalam, and all these different people wouldn't even know. And I'm only saying that to say that it's a very small gateway of even us being aware of what's going on in the African intellectual communities.
I agree.
But can
you see how if you have the people who are looking this stuff up, studying it, right? And I'm looking up all the Egyptologists. Just these people know these names now. Small community, right? And then when we looking this up, we don't see these people names in there. However, there is a group by Mboli that says this, right? I don't care what scientific
long battle. So this stuff is new. Like, you gotta remember, information.
I don't care what scientific paper you look up, what museum you gonna go to, even if it's wrong or not, you're gonna see Cheikh Anta Diop theory because he brought it to the people. He said, I want to show you that these are the African people and this is their language.
But not at first.
This is that.
He had a battle. He had a long shit. Listen, Diop had a long battle. So this stuff is new. Like, you gotta remember, information. Like when a consensus becomes a popular consensus, it takes a while or something extremely drastic to change something. But other than something extreme, it takes a while in academia to change a very popular consensus of it.
Yeah, so for me, that's the incorrect use of the word. We was always talking about the scientific consensus. And just to go back a little bit in that clip, when Wu talks about Cheikh Anta Diop's, if you read the scientific conference, because it's there for you to read, we've read the whole document. Diop's was already outdated. Put his work out, it was already outdated using the term Negroes. At the conference, they was already saying they drew up disagreement in what you call the Negro hypothesis, right? That Diop was coming with. They had disagreed with that. So, and they had agreed, a lot of the people at the conference agreed with the Africanness of it. So that it didn't take a long time. Right, the conference happened. We know when Diop's books came out. Right, it may have taken a long time for him to get into the museums, but it actually didn't. And so when Wu talks about the popular consensus, he's just talking about the popular idea. Right, he's not talking about what we was talking about, because we was always talking about the scientific consensus. And no matter what, the scientific consensus is driven by data. So if the data changes, then the consensus has to change. Now, I'm not saying it's an overnight thing, never that, right? But it should never get misconstrued with the popular consensus. And let's get right to it real fast. It takes us 2 minutes to understand what a popular consensus is and a scientific consensus. And so here, non-scientific popular consensus. So it's right here. It says, popular consensus and scientific consensus. What's the difference? Basis of agreement. Scientific consensus formed through rigorous research, empirical evidence, peer review. All right. Reproducibility. Am I saying reproduce? Man, ability. Reproducibility. It says it represents the majority or supermajority of scientists agreeing on a certain conclusion based on substantial data and studies. So we're not wrong when we understand that Afro-Asiatic, right, is the consensus, not the popular consensus, but the scientific consensus. Now watch this. Popular consensus formed through the public opinion, which can be influenced by the media, personal experiences, cultural beliefs, and misinformation. It does not necessarily rely on evidence or scientific method. That was my point. Why would anybody bring that up when you're talking about PK or the community of skeptics, right? When we was making a conversation, the general understanding was that we have enough sense to look it up and know that it's not the scientific consensus. The pushback from Asar and Wu Jia is clear, and you can go look at the video. Go over there to the Brother channel, look at the video, and you're going to see the pushback, and all the pushback is wrong. So I said it yesterday. I don't even know why when Ms. Tiff asked the question, I was like, well, and actually Wu Jia brought it up, right? You see it right here. He brings that up on the show. I didn't bring that up. But I just disagreed with the usage of a popular consensus, right? And which could be misinformation. And I said it. It's just the general public. I said it. So I never understood why anybody would bring up the popular consensus when we talking about Mboli's work in Afro-Asiatic, because that ain't what the hell we talking about. Two separate things. Objective and subjective. Scientific consensus objective, as it is based on measurable and reproducible results. It is validated through continuous testing and peer review. See, the consensus is what? Look, it's validated through continuous, keyword, continuous testing. And so it never stops. And so Afro-Asiatic is never, it's still up for scrutiny. And it's not finished. But hell, Indo-European, it's not finished. You can say the same things about it. So I don't like when people say things about it when that's not in what we're talking about. And over here, we clearly understand that science is not looking for the truth. We understand that. It measures, it's looking for approximates. We clearly teach that. We can pick the book up, right, where it talks about it. We can give you the damn page number that we read it. Well, sometimes we can't. Where the hell I put the damn thing at? Man, I suppose just snatch that one up right there. I believe that to be in Donald Prothero's work, Weird Earth, and the forward. Absolutely. Let me see. Where is that at? Where is the Donald Prothero work at? And it talks about how science ain't this and it ain't that. Like, y'all don't nobody gotta tell us that, yo. It's like I don't gotta tell them how to read the glyphs and all that, man. Like, everybody gotta stop it, man. I think people be playing with us too much, yo. I don't know where that's at, but y'all done seen me pick the damn thing up and read the shit. And hell, it's my go-to. Get in the shows, I can throw that in there. Where the hell is the damn on? Okay. I wonder what it is. I don't know. Anyway, so, man, popular consensus, subjective, as it reflects the opinion and beliefs of the general public, which can vary widely and be influenced by non-scientific factors. We're not talking about that. Influence on public policy. Scientific consensus can guide policymakers in making informed decisions based on reliable data. It shapes scientific understanding and technical advancement. Popular consensus often influences social attitudes and policy decisions, but not always in alignment with the scientific evidence. Like the coronavirus, man. It was all over the place in the public. Man, The government senators telling scientists and Faraci and what they can do. Public opinion can sometimes drive policies that contradict scientific findings. And here's scientific consensus. What is the difference between scientific consensus? Scientific consensus, skeptical explainer, scientific consensus, and all that. Right? And I believe that Asar and all this infinite wisdom, I'm going to trust you. I'm going to trust you, Sosa. Brought up this guy right here, Michael Crichton, or Crichton. Who is this guy? They brought him up on the show to fight against the scientific consensus. First of all, this guy is a playwright. He writes plays and movies. Wrote Jurassic Park and all that. Yeah, he has a degree, an MD in medical from Harvard, right? Okay. But he writes science fiction book, techno thrillers, and medical fiction. That's what he writes on. All right. He specifically downplays the role of scientific consensus. Why would Asar use that? Why didn't he tell us? But see, we can just look up the person and find out that this guy be playing when it comes to the scientific consensus. So, bro, them days is gone, yo, where you can pull anything out your hat and think you can present it and not get gigged on it. So I would never use this against them. I would never use Crichton against Michael Crichton. I would never use him in a conversation, yo. Creationists and all above. Let me get right to, let me see. Think I can get right to Mr. Crichton foolery. Hold on. Think I can actually get right to his foolery. Let me see if I can pull his foolery up. I know it's here somewhere. Covering the scientific consensus, what to avoid. Hold on. Yeah, Crichton, Harvard. Yep. Harvard Mag. Yep. And it just basically talks about Crichton. Michael Crichton, here you go. And it talks about his misuse of trying to overthrow the scientific consensus. And he's a what they would call a global warming denier. Right? And he talks about, he calls it consensus science. That's not even a damn, it's not even a damn word, y'all. And he uses that. Let me see if I can actually find it for y'all real quick. Just to find it in there, man. All right. See if I see that. See if I see that real quick. We had about hour 51 minutes. I'm just wanting to show y'all some of the sources that was used against us in the conversation on Wu Show. Y'all can go look it up and see. See if I can find that. Let me see. Let me see. Imagine if there's, hold on, Crichton, Wushed, sent more analysis. Hold on, let me get right down to it. Let me see. I think it should be somewhere in this, in the Harvard Mag. All right, let me see. Because he's definitely that dude when it comes to that. Denying the scientific, if I could say that, denying the plan with the scientific consensus. Approximate. All right, they just break down his book. Damn. Nope, can't find it. That's okay though. Interesting. I could put Crichton name back in there and find it. Where in the world is that at? Damn it. Goodness, it should be right here in this daggone article, I presume. Scientific and legal career, personal science fiction novels, speeches, legacy. I don't know. I thought I had that queued up, but I guess I didn't. Let me see. Let me see. See if I can get that real quick for y'all, man. Get it up out of here. Real quick. Just to make my last point of the evening.
What you looking for?
I got it. I got it now. I got it. You ain't had to come up here and help me. You dove in the movies.
Sorry, what you looking for?
I got it now.
Oh, you got it. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
You found this quote and all of that?
Yeah, I got it. I just wanted to. Yeah, I can't believe they used that guy.
I just Googled it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why would he even use that guy, man. That's not even playing fair at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's so crazy. I mean, then it's generate. All right. Okay, hold on. Yeah, so he has a critical view of the scientific consensus. Okay. He argues that the consensus is the business of politics, not science. Creighton believes that the scientific truth is not determined by the number of people who agree with it, but by the empirical evidence and the rigorous testing. According to him, a single investigator with the correct results is more significant than the consensus among scientists. Creighton's skepticism towards the scientific consensus extended to contentious issues such as global warming. He argued that the concern over global warming had become a fad embraced by the media, elites, and the scientific establishment without sufficient critical analysis. Despite Creighton's views, the scientific consensus remains an important aspect of the scientific process. It reflects the collective agreement amongst the scientists based on substantial evidence and the rigorous peer review, serving as a filter to distinguish real discoveries from unfounded claims. Like Fukuyama's work. All right. And the part that's crazy, I want to show y'all this, that, and big up for Sosa for pointing this out. All right. Creighton, what's this? Creation.com. Michael Creighton. So they use him on creationist websites, just trying to beat down the quote unquote consensus. It's crazy. Why would you bring that in a conversation with us?
I don't know.
Ain't moving too fast, man. Y'all, come on. Come on, Sal. You gotta slow down, yo.
That's why I put up this co-opting the believing brain. They was asking how can they do it? Because
they gotta stop.
The mechanism for belief is there.
Yeah, but they gotta slow down, yo. Yeah, they gotta stop, man. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. What is you talking about right here, yo? Let me get to the chat. Let me get messy in the chat. All right. Baltimore Bandit. You say we there, y'all old heads need to take a seat back. Y'all still kind of brainwashed regardless of what y'all talk about. But just have a lot of info I truly love to understand. Yeah, I hate to say it, yo, but there's a healthy mix of old and young that actually pushes the scientific field. To be honest with you, learning, if you had all young teachers, that'd be a problem. If you had all old teachers, that'd be a problem. So older people got experiences that the young people haven't went through yet. And it's important to bring those shared experiences together to get, complete understanding of what's really going on. Right? So that's a mistake to want to wipe out the older teachers. That'd be crazy. You know what I mean? Like if you couldn't go back and listen to John Henrik Clarke, see, now we got videos, so we can listen to the great orators, right? We can do that. Yeah. Yep. We can go back and listen to it. So it's value in going back and listening to an older person talk about that. Somebody that was actually from that time. Right? So he would know, he would understand different facets of black. Mm-hmm. What Mr. What are you saying? You do, I do what? What do I do? What do you say we do?
What that last comment you just read?
Mm-hmm. No, he's saying you do though, Unc. Stop. I do what?
Oh,
Got some information? Brainwash? I ain't brainwashed.
He said something earlier. Let me find it.
No, right here. We say we there. Y'all old heads need to take a seat back. I disagree.
No, I'm gonna put it up for you.
Y'all what?
That one. That's what he said first.
If the scholars use the information from the white man, and you say some of it's fake. What's the difference from using ChatGPT to get
the white man?
White man.
I don't really understand it, but I got a little.
Older, yo, I can tell you, Bandit, you gotta stop it. 3 things that will let you know if you're a blackologist. If you understand this statement that he wrote, you're a blackologist. You know what I'm saying, Fetty?
White man. But yeah, I do think it's important for the young ones watching, like whether you're in your 20s or whatever, like learning and watching the experiences of, the OGs. I think that can prevent a lot of just, error. Because I do think, like, whether Wujah, Smash, or whatever, whether they know it or not, they're leading certain African Americans who may not know better to a maze of confusion. And those beliefs may stick with them for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, to the point where that individual may not be able to get out that vortex. So I think it's important for, the young ones watching to look at, how things were, formulated, and just understand now the time that we're in, taking advantage of tools can just prevent that, because certain beliefs also play a role into certain choices you make in your everyday life. You know what I'm saying? So that's how pivotal it really is. So.
And how old are you, Fetty?
28.
That's the whole point. It's the whole point, yo. Right? You want some younger brothers, and you want some old heads, yo. That make a strong team.
Yeah, you gotta have the old heads, man. You gotta have the old heads.
Not no dumb old heads. You don't want no dumb youngins and no dumb old heads.
Like the NBA. It's like the NBA. If you got a team full of rookies, they're gonna wild out.
Crash.
You need some vets in there to show them the way.
Yeah, they're gonna crash and burn.
Gotta show you the way, young man.
Yeah, you crash and burn quick, yo. You don't crash and burn, yo. Man, don't nobody care who created ChatGPT. That's crazy. Apple got a ChatGPT. Different groups make it that. Ms. Tiff, didn't you talk about the lady that had ChatGPT, the sister?
Yeah, this sister just, I don't know the right lingo, but I know a lot of different specialty groups are developing their own branded ChatGPTs. So it's not just the sister, but it's called Chat Black GPT, and it will be launching on Juneteenth. It sure will.
Right.
So at least she had the wherewithal to go do that,
But how they get afraid of ChatGPT? They was afraid of definitely was afraid of Wikipedia.
The what? They was afraid of what?
Definitely afraid of Wikipedia. Remember that? They definitely was afraid of all quote unquote encyclopedias, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've been going. How long have we been going through this? Think about it, yo.
Every time.
Why is everybody fighting?
You just need to just go to the library, get your library card, and just stay in that library. Go to the research room, block out a day,
and come up with the same shit you could have came with in 5 minutes.
It's gonna take you a lot longer, but you do that. It's nice for it's nice to
I think
the old with the new.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that, but
I don't either. But you can't just leave out new technology. That's crazy. That's just
they're gonna
leaving yourself behind.
No, they're moving like Barney Rubble and Fred Flintstone out here,
man. Oh, straight rolling with you're not lying, boy. They hunter gathering, yo. We're gonna do that show on the hunter gatherers. That's gonna be a good one. We're gonna do that on Social World, yo.
Go in there and show them the world. They be like, yeah, we out. Them young people be like, yeah, we out.
I can't believe somebody took my daggone book. This is crazy, yo. Man, you got something else to add, Fetty? I'm trying to find this daggone book, yo. I'm like,
No, that was a good breakdown, man. In regards to just exposing the simple flaws that doesn't take a lot of time to really break down how they trying to say you got to do. So, yeah, I think the more that we inform people in regards to learn how to use the tools, the better off we could prevent certain people who may be illiterate or just new to information. They could just have an arsenal. You know what I mean? Have a couple straps on them to be ready and be equipped to fight against a lot of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and shout out to Kofi and them. And yeah, I ain't never made no show for no kids though, Kofi. Now I might cuss a little bit. I don't do no whole lot of cussing people out though, yo. So I don't. This narrative got to stop, yo.
That is wild. Like all the shows supposed to be for kids. That's because y'all be saying stuff like we do this for our children.
I don't mean saying that. I'm talking to the damn parents. It's dumb as hell. I'm talking to the parents.
Right. People conflate that like you're producing content for children. Like
I'm talking to the damn parents.
Come on.
And stop telling them the earth is flat. Stop telling the Negro Egyptian is the language father. All right. What the hell I'm doing? So they can get some tools and recognize that ain't how it goes. Yeah, man, somebody disturbed my library, yo. Because ain't no way in the world I am not supposed to be able to just go right here.
What is the thing?
You can't hear me talking. You can't hear me talking.
We heard you. It would sound like you're looking for that book, though.
I am, man. This is fucking terrible.
I should read this thing about this girl.
This is crazy.
Her name is Erin Reddick. She's a engineer, computer engineer, and an AI developer, program manager. I mean, so the sister's in the field, and she just
Black, so there's gonna be a better chat.
Yeah, I think the conversations, because the conversations are supposed to be human-like. So I think it's just gonna be catered to
whatever it's catered to is gonna be a black person, so we can use that one then. Good. So we ain't got out here their mouth. It's a black lady did it.
But I was saying in the chat earlier how ChatGPT tries to be, culturally sensitive, and if you ask it to write a poem about Black pride, it'll write a beautiful poem for you. But if you ask it to write a poem about white pride,
ain't gonna happen.
You're gonna get chastised about how you shouldn't be asking for that, and then it's gonna write you a poem about unity.
Oh man, I cannot believe my damn.
I thought that was so funny.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh gosh.
Who programmed that?
Right, exactly. That's in the original ChatGPT. I didn't say Afrocentric. I don't think that. I think that the AI is probably going to communicate with you like you talk, like you're talking to somebody in your crew or something. I don't know, but intelligent. I'm reading this article. I'll have to put this in the thing so y'all can see it.
Yeah, John, put that link out for people join the server. Look, man, hit that Cash App, man. Show some love, man. All right. Appreciate everybody that donate from time to time. Let me see. Let's see what we at here. Yeah, I certainly can't find a daggone. Man.
Yep.
All right, Mr. Andrews, man. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that love right there. I can't find that book. I wonder what the hell that daggone book. This is terrible, yo. Somebody definitely move my book, because that's my book right there, yo.
You're fine. You're gonna
Kids
find it.
over there straight. Don't touch my books, yo. Got your own books. Huh. Yeah, so they trying to defeat AI, whatever, man.
It ain't gonna happen. AI is already ahead. By leaps and bounds.
Yeah, it's a shame now. Yeah, I feel sorry for everybody now. You can say some wild pseudo shit if you want. You getting picked apart immediately, yo. Everybody. And the stuff you putting that. Yeah, we're gonna have an Afrocentric Chat GPT. We're gonna put it in there.
I'm telling you, Assad tried to ask ChatGPT was my yacht in West Africa. He tried to ask ChatGPT that shit like probably 5 or 6 times, and it was beating him up. That's why he typed.
Really? Wow.
He said it. Nah, he really said it. Like on a video, he was saying how he asked ChatGPT was my yacht, like was West Africans adapting the my yacht culture, and ChatGPT beat his ass up. So he like, I guess he has a spookism towards it now. Like, nah, they tripping. They don't know the science. Y'all don't know the science. Y'all gotta step outside of ChatGPT. So
crazy. Was Mayat part of West African cultures? With sources. That ChatGPT get you out the game though, yo. Real fast, yo. Yep.
swiftly get you up out of there quick.
Yeah,
I think that's why they get so
evidence.
mad. Like,
there's no direct evidence to suggest that Mayat was part of the West African cultures in the same way it was integrated into ancient Egyptian cultures. While Mayat principles of order balance are universal and can be found in various forms across different cultures, including some African traditions, the specific worship of conceptualization of Mayat as a goddess are unique to ancient Egypt. In West African cultures, there are similar concepts of order, justice, but they are embodied by different deities, principles unique to their region. For example, the Yoruba people of West Africa have their own complex system of deities and spiritual beliefs centered around balance and mortality. JSTOR, Journal of Religion, Wikipedia, medium.com. Yeah, they're all your sources right there. Very, very interesting. You got to start. See how quick they get you out the game. And then if you want to, you can get in, you can read the sources and get a better working knowledge of it, yo. Is there any archaeology? Is there any? And Zoo, you lied. Zoo, you made us watch the video and you lied. Yeah, the lady ain't saying nothing about the West African thing. Ladies and gentlemen, Zoo got us. Lady said nothing about none of the stuff the Zoo said. Boy, I'm telling you, boy. Is there any archaeology? Let's see. Is there any Let me see. Let me see. All right. Crazy, yo. I don't know how they got it like that, boy. Man.
I wonder what they're gonna say about that Bantu Sumerian. Oh man, they gonna fuck that shit up.
You say Bantu Sumerian?
Yeah, like because Assad he promotes that Bantus and the Sumerian civilization.
No, he don't. He said he don't do that no more. He said he stopped that.
Nah, no, he didn't.
Yo, you came on me like that. I'm like, yo, I ain't on that. You was thinking I was doing that. I was like, huh? Well, you got a test for everybody. You don't be playing, yo. But you be waiting to see if they really on that like that. Okay. Connecting. That's what I'm gonna say. Connecting Egypt to West Africa. Let me see. Result says, real quick, See where we at. They said there's limited evidence of direct archaeological connection between Egypt and West Africa. Most of the contact between these regions appear to have occurred indirectly through trade routes and cultural exchanges. Lack of direct evidence. There is no substantial evidence to suggest direct contact between ancient Egypt and West Africa during pre-dynastic or dynastic periods. Trade connections. Some archaeological findings suggest that items of West African origin were traded in territories influenced by ancient Egypt, such as the Garamantian civilization. Interesting. ChatGPT got right to it. While there's no direct migrations and significant interactions, the broader African context, including cultural and religious practices, may have had some influences across regions, including Egypt and West Africa. In summary, while there's no direct archaeological links between ancient Egypt and West Africa, indirect connections through trade and cultural exchange can be evident. All right, let's see. Did the ancient Egyptians migrate to Nigeria? Oh, that's a pseudo source. Let me see. Penn University, Expedition Magazine. Ancient Egypt. Oh, wow. Wikipedia, prehistoric Egypt. Journal, let me see. Seeking traces of ancient trade connections between. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. You're not going to be able to do it. Once again, ChatGPT is on the. Oh, this is. All right. Yeah, I've read this before. This is interesting. Yeah, they do too much. This ain't what I'm looking for. But so yeah, so all you gotta do is pull up the daggone ChatGPT sources. Wherever y'all you fake this out though. You had us watching that shit and it wasn't even real. Yeah, it was crazy how you did us like that yesterday. Yeah, I don't know about this source right here. It's not a valuable source for me. Did the ancient Egyptians migrate to? Nah. Nope. Strength in the paper, one person. That's a low strength in the paper. The abstract. Literature concerning the history of West African peoples, published in 1918 to 1970, debate the possibility of migration of Egyptians into West Africa. Writers like Samuel Johnson and Lucas Oldemind believe that the ancient Egyptians penetrated through the ancient Nigeria, but Leo Frobenius and Godfrey, let me see, frowned at this opinion. Using works of these early 20th century writers of West African history together with the Yoruba legend, which teaches about the origins of their earliest ancestors, this research investigates the theories that the ancient Egyptians contacted with the ancient Nigerians and particularly with the Yorubas. Oh, man, yeah.
A good study is Joel D. Irish. He talks about Bantu people, and he even talks about Sheikh Anta Diop's theory of the Yoruba coming from Egypt, and he debunks it. You know what I mean? So it's crazy how a lot of blackologists and Egyptomaniacs use Joel D. Irish's work, but if you actually read it, it shows how he says the Proto-Bantu people came from the Kifians, who were hunter-gatherers that were tall people in the West Sahara and Western Africa. So it just I get mad because it really eliminates a lot of them wild ideologies. It's like, bro, you kind of undermining the real story of Africa and our story in particular. It's like we don't have to be comparing civilizations and attaching ourselves to certain places in Africa. Yeah, it's good to study the entirety of Africa, but be proud of where you come from. The people, even the pygmies, like a lot of us African Americans have maternal genetic ancestry that shared with a lot of those hunter-gatherers who was already in West Africa, and Bantus and Pygmies actually was intermarrying with each other because it was basically not a law, but it was something amongst them saying that Pygmy men couldn't marry Bantu women, but vice versa, they could do that. So a lot of us have that maternal ancestry. So I just hate when Egypt has to be the foundation of everything in Africa. Like, come on, man, that shit is annoying.
Yeah, I think it's horrible. This says right here, with regard to the ancient Egyptian journey to West Africa, and especially to Nigeria, only little information is available in this regard. And this information is centered on Egyptian journeys long after the advent of Christianity. The specific routes those Egyptians chose and the exact distance between ancient Egypt and Nigeria, either by road or by sea, were not known accordingly to modern means of measure. This is why many researchers rely on cultural similarities between Nigerians and the ancient Egyptians, and to some of these researchers, the presence of certain Egyptian culture in some part of Nigeria suggests that Egyptians had inhabited those regions of Nigeria. All right. And then you go to the sources and then you get mad. Yeah. And then you get upset. Yeah. They tripping. Yeah. Anyway. Man, it's been a good show around here, man. Hit that Cash App, coin out the door, man. Appreciate everybody, man. The Sumerians definitely was Bantu. They was Bantu speakers. I don't care what you saying, Fetty. You know they was Bantu, bro. You playing with us. You playing with us, man. All right. Fontaine, man. Good to see you around, bro. Ain't seen you in a while, man. Appreciate you, bro. Pure Black, appreciate you stepping through. Sonic, man, you know what it is, man. Spin Barrel, what it do. Holler at y'all later on, man. And then the now, man. G.A. Price, man. Appreciate you out the door. Man, been a great show, man. Man, like and subscribe to the content, man. It's important, man. Man, hit me up at the Pseudo Killer, Gmail, man. And holler at your boy, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Appreciate everything. Hit those Cash Apps, man. Show that love, man. And that's where we at, man. It's a long road, man, right here. Always have been. Always will be. Science ain't for everybody, man. Let me tell you right now, man. You want to find out how scientific a person is? Go ahead and throw some science on something that they really believe in. See how they switch up on science, man. Man, hit that Cash App going out the door, man, for some love, man. Like and subscribe to the channel, man. We building it, man. Building these channels, man, back so we can get that show enough thump. Y'all know what it is, man. We be on the mall, man. Talking about hunter-gatherers, man. We're going to do that on the Pseudo Killers. It's going to be spectacular, to say the least, man. We had the 2 hour and 21 minute mark, man. I'm just going to get out of here quick, man. I got some people I got to call and talk to on the phone. With that, man, we out. Pseudo Killers on deck, man. Community skeptics, man. Y'all know what it is, man. I'm your host, God Killer. And with that, we out.